Hey, what's up? Johnny Lowe here with another episode of Playground Theory. I'm a branding expert and I've helped other companies raise over $7 million for their successful Kickstarter campaigns, including $1.2 million for my own 2 Kickstarter projects. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 5 reasons why you're going to want to launch your product on Kickstarter as opposed to a platform like Amazon. If you're excited about this topic, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you're in the know every time we launch a new video. Anyways, let's dive right into it. The first reason is Amazon 2020 is way different than it used to be. When I launched my first product in 2015, it was a completely different landscape. Ad spend was low, competition was low, and it was a lot easier to rank on the first page where most of the traffic comes when you're looking for a search term. These days though, it's the complete opposite. High competition, high ad spend, you have to invest more upfront for inventory so that you can incentivize and give away products in exchange for reviews and rankings. So there's just a huge capital cost investment and very high risk for the chance that your product might still fail in a very crowded marketplace. When you look at Kickstarter as a launchpad for your product, it's very different. A lot of the work overlaps in terms of what you have to do for Amazon compared to what you have to do to launch on Kickstarter. But the exception is Kickstarter is a pre-order e-commerce platform. So it's very much the same where someone goes on there, they look for products that they're interested in, but instead of buying the product and getting it shipped outright, they're placing a pre-order. On top of that, it's for a brand that they're not familiar with, and it's less competitive because you're promoting it as a unique product. The product doesn't have to be manufactured up front. You get the pre-orders in advance, and once you know that the product is validated, you have a bunch of orders in the bank, you can go to your manufacturer and place the order with the money that you already have. So you're cash flow positive, and if you set up the numbers right, you're profitable. So that's a perfect segue into the second reason why Kickstarter is a much better launchpad for your product. When you look at Amazon, there's a huge capital risk and investment required to order all the inventory up front with no guarantee that you're going to sell all of the inventory. With Kickstarter, it's very different. You get pre-orders from your customers. Once your campaign closes, you get all the money up front from Kickstarter within 2 weeks, and you use that money to place your order for the inventory. Not only that, all the profit you made upfront from Kickstarter, you can choose to reinvest into extra inventory for any future orders. There's less risk, it's profitable as long as you get your numbers right, and you're cash flow positive. The third reason is all about branding and customer experience. When a customer goes to Amazon, they search for a product they want to buy, and if they happen to come across your brand, they're going to be comparing you to every other brand that they see and likely make their final decision on price. When they go to receive your product, the chances of hearing from you are very slim because Amazon makes it really difficult for you to get in direct contact with them. It's really hard to build a customer list on Amazon. And if you know anything about running a successful e-commerce business, your list is the lifeblood of your company. If you don't have a list, you don't have a sustainable business. Kickstarter is very different. For the experience for the customer, they come in and they're excited to learn about your brand even if they've never heard about it, because Kickstarter is a launch pad and a place where people launch new ideas, brands, and products. So customers are much more open-minded to trusting a brand they've never heard of. They read about the story on the campaign page and they become much more invested. So it's not just about a transaction, it's about learning about the story behind what you've launched. Lastly, Kickstarter is all about the community development, and they give you the list once your campaign closes. So you have the list of all the customers that have purchased or pre-ordered from your campaign, and that means that you have a two-way dialogue after the campaign closes. In terms of branding and customer experience, Amazon is almost non-existent. It's just a single transaction, that's it. Kickstarter, you have much more engaged people, and they're willing to have that conversation with you because they've invested into your idea and they want to see you succeed. The fourth really good reason is all about visibility and exposure. Let's say you were able to launch a product really successfully on Amazon. It raises $100,000 and at most you'll get really good reviews and top paid search results. Not really much to write home about. On Kickstarter, it's very different. If you're able to do the same amount of money, $100,000 in 30 days, there's going to be a lot of press, PR, and buzz because you'll automatically be in the top 1% of Kickstarters of all time. So this becomes a huge marketing asset. So not only do people see this when they visit your campaign page, but it automatically builds credibility for that person visiting that page because it's such a rare thing to see. The number becomes public versus on Amazon it's completely hidden. And because it's public and it's a permanent fixture on Kickstarter, they can use that as an asset to sell to wholesalers and distributors. You can use it to generate a ton of buzz, PR, and of course there's the SEO ranking. Because of all the traffic that's driven to your campaign during the success, it automatically ranks on the first page of Google, as long as you use the right SEO strategies. Comparing Amazon to Kickstarter, Kickstarter is a much better way to have greater exposure, greater buzz and hype, and build the credibility. So before we jump to the last reason, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever considered launching a product on Kickstarter? Why or why not? What's holding you back, and what do you think the barriers are? I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. Okay, so the fifth and final reason is this. Kickstarter backers are the most engaged, most trusting, and most wealthy people online in e-commerce. The reason is this. The data shows that Kickstarter backers spend on average $100 per order, and not only that, they back at least 6 products over the lifetime of being on Kickstarter. That's huge, especially for brands that they've never heard of. If you were to launch, for example, a toiletry bag on Amazon, probably get away with $15. For that same toiletry bag, if there's some innovation in it, doesn't have to be crazy, you can sell it for $40 on Kickstarter and it will do really well. The reason is because Kickstarter has nurtured this community and culture around bringing ideas to life and helping creators, entrepreneurs, and startups generate revenue so that they can start their brands and use it as a launch pad to launch crazy, new, interesting, exciting ideas. If you had to choose between launching on Amazon and Kickstarter, the experience that you have for customers is very different because people are way more invested, they're more likely to engage in a dialogue with you, and they're more likely to pay you more because of the story and brand that you stand for. So those are the top 5 reasons why you should definitely launch your brand new product or idea on Kickstarter over Amazon. Way less risk involved to launch a new product, you have more engaged customers, there's a lot more hype and buzz around your idea, and you get the best customers who are highly engaged and love what you have to say. If you enjoy this content, I'd love for you to like and subscribe to our channel. And of course, if you have any questions, I'd love to hear about what you have to say in the comments below. That's all for today, guys, on Playground Theory. See you in the next video.